Peter Wolff, and thank you for joining into the vlog this week. Today we're going to talk about just what sort of bits and pieces we're going to need to put together a maintenance kit for your roaster. First thing we'll start with is cleaning out the flues. So I recommend that you go out and get a flue brush, some flue brushes, and they certainly come in different kind of shapes and different shapes and sizes. You can get a full wire one. These ones are pretty good. I like these ones. They're my favourite. Or you can get these sort of nylon hard bristle brushes as well. They're fairly cool. Main thing is you need to understand is what the diameter of your pipe sizing is, and then obviously order your brushes accordingly. What I do like about these as well is that they come in lengths, and so very simply you just add another length to the length of the brush, and continue to add lengths as you go further and further up the pipe. We would do this once a week, and this makes sure that all of our exhaust pipes are nice and clean and clear of any debris. The next thing you would need to go and get is either a roller brush, and this is to help keep the openings on the cooling tray really nice and clean. This is certainly a nice little one from Palo that I like. You may sort of seen these ones around as well. They're quite common, and you can see they have the little notches on here that sort of fit. This may or may not come with your roaster that you've purchased. The other thing that you'll need to get is a set of Allen keys if you don't have some already, a set of Allen keys, or I like to use just like a little electric cordless drill that has the little removable bits. I find that's really quite useful. The other thing that you'll be needing is to make sure that you go out and you get some high temperature food grade grease for your bearings on your roaster. Most importantly, to stress again that it's a food safe product, and that it's high temperature. We use this inox. We find it quite a reliable and a really good product to use, so that's definitely one of them. And the other thing that you'll most probably need to do is just a little bit of machine oil as well, and this is just for some of the smaller kind of movable parts, some of the hinges that you might find on your door flap and whatnot. But yeah, really handy just to have a little bit of machine oil lying around. The other thing is some insulated tape. You can get them in various shapes and sizes, whether it's reinforced insulated tape, and this is really good for when you're pulling your flues apart and putting them back together. You tape sort of any of the loose joins up just to make sure everything's sealed up nice and tight. Make sure that when you do purchase this, that it is rated for sort of extreme heat, which is kind of important. The other thing you'll be needing is a set of feeler gauges. This is a really thin, as you can see, they're quite thin, but they're basically, they go in 0.01 millimeter increments, and we're using this to basically adjust our drum gap. And normally speaking, you'll be looking from anywhere from 0.5 millimeter to 0.6 of a millimeter drum gap from the front plate to the drum. So a set of feeler gauges is fairly important. What will have come with your roaster, hopefully, is a drum spanner. And this is sort of a C-shaped or a half circle shaped spanner, as you can see, with a little bit of a notch on this. And what you do is you lock this into your adjustment area on the front of the drum, and this will allow the drum to roll backwards and forwards slightly, and using the feeler gauge to get that exact measurement that you need for the drum gap. So definitely get a C-spanner. Some of the other things, which is quite handy, just simply a lovely little microfiber cloth. You're going to be needing plenty of rags, which is important. And finally, definitely on the if you can get it and put it on the Hollywood list if you need it, is a manometer. And so this is what we use to actually set the under pressure inside the drum. And so we use this electronic device to sort of measure through the air pressure switch, basically what our under pressure is inside the roaster. But definitely if you can get that, it certainly makes keeping your roaster running at the same sort of pressure very, very important. So I guess what would you be looking at in terms of a basic maintenance checklist? Well, definitely daily. I think what you'll need to be doing is wiping the machine down daily with just a bit of water and your microfiber. Also making sure that your chaff collector is cleaned out periodically throughout the day, and then the excess chaff's obviously removed and put out into the bin. Also, at the end of the day, you know, using the roller brush or during the day, just to make sure that the little holes in the cooling tray is kept really well clean. And that would basically what we would do on a daily basis. On a weekly basis, definitely we'd be doing the flues, so scrubbing out our flues with our flue brush. We would be checking our front bearings or our bearings or any grease nipples and making sure that they've got plenty of grease in them, and also oiling. And then we would also be looking at, if we had a belt-driven roaster, just checking the condition of our belts and sprockets and making sure that they're all clean and free of any debris, and that obviously there's enough tension on the belts, and making any adjustments to that if necessarily. And then I think then monthly you'd be looking at more extensive sort of motors, the fan impellers that may sit inside your sort of roasting exhaust. You may look at also the internal exhaust pipe that runs from the inside of your roaster, making sure that that's kept clean and clear. If you have an internal cyclone that lives below the machine, making sure that's given a very good vacuum out and cleaned, and that's spotless. So that would be just some basic things that I think you would need to keep your roaster motoring and running smooth. Thanks for watching.